heard your cries, Coogan Nation, but too much of a good thing is bad for your health. So we're only doing this once a week. Buckle up, baby. It's time for E.T.N. Brought to you by All Pro Roofing on 1010XL.
Oh, it's about to get on. It's called E.T.N. We do it every Tuesday, one day only, because of the ramifications. It leaves one man bitter, angry, and
the mind and body have to heal for a week.
It takes time. It takes time. So
it takes
Josh,
a toll. It takes a toll.
It takes a toll. Josh has agreed to be our guest Guggen Judge this week, and we appreciate that. Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Hello, Josh.
Hey, how's it going, Dan? How's it going?
Good. What is the prize pack for Josh?
Josh, for his efforts today, is going to take home some selections from the Valentine's Day gift guide. He'll get a $25 gift card from Woody's Barbecue and a Peter Rook Chocolatier gift basket. You can find those and other wonderful V-Day gift ideas at 1010XL.com.
That's definitely
you
worth
like what
it.
I did there, V-Day, shorthand.
Yes. All right, well, Josh knows how the game's played, so let's crank it up.
Josh has been on the paying train.
Round one.
Round one, I will, I don't know how debatable it is, but it's the news in Jaguar land right now. Yesterday, the Jags announced that Mike McCoy will be the QB's coach. He's had success as an assistant in Denver, not so much as a head coach with the Chargers. So, you like it? Thoughts? Notes on the Mike McCoy hire?
I mean, yeah. I mean, shoot, Mike McCoy was a head coach. He's coming in as a quarterback coach. Mike McCoy has got success pretty much where he went offensively. He didn't work as a head coach in the Charger land, but other than that, he's got a pretty doggone good resume. And again, to me, if Peterson's going to acquire, bring in guys that he knows and feels comfortable with, it's really all about Doug Peterson and what he does with the play calling and such. So, but having Mike McCoy as just a quarterback coach with his experience and another guy who played the position, this is all going to be beneficial for TL16.
Well, and I think what speaks well for Mike McCoy in this situation, considering the Jaguars' hopes hinging on Trevor Lawrence, is that McCoy, just look at what he did in Denver with two completely different quarterbacks and options. He won with Tim Tebow and developed him to the point that at least Tim Tebow's career was cut short as a, quote, winning quarterback in the NFL as to the career record and a playoff win. And then he was, look, Peyton Manning is Peyton Manning, but somebody's going to design plays that work every time. And the year that Manning had, that first year was also under McCoy. So he's done it with, a veteran and a talent that we hope Trevor can be and a developmental, project young guy like Tim Tebow was at the time.
All right, let's see. I'm going with Dan on that one.
Yeah.
Round two.
Let's go.
Round two. Now that the coach is in play and the staff will come together, the focus turns to free agency and the draft. It seems like all the buzz in draft land as of late has shifted from one of the defensive ends to now the offensive tackles are all taking the top spot in the draft. So I guess my question is to you, with the front office still to be reshaped, would you lean offensive line, defensive line, or is there a chance that someone emerges that maybe even a trade down could still be a potential?
Well, let's take the trade down out. The team that would want a quarterback wouldn't have to come that high. There's not a position that someone is just going to be dying to get to. If you read between the lines on what Doug Peterson said in his press conferences and in a conversation with Hayes Carline, the trenches are important. And when we're talking about Trevor Lawrence, it's important to get the trenches, the protection right, in addition to getting some skilled people around him. At no point did it go, and you've got to have a dominant defensive end. Now, he's an offensive guy. I think, point being, the Jaguars, all said and done, will go offensive tackle with that pick.
I'm not against offensive tackle, but I have an offensive tackle in Cam Robinson. I'm gonna get all offense after the first pick, but I'm still taking if I'm sure this guy is going to be an ass-kicking defensive end, and I can pair him on the other side of Josh Allen, and we can get Josh Allen back up to 10, 11, 12 sacks because we got another guy, so Josh Allen can go back to his rookie days when we had Calais on the line. I think that would be most beneficial. Look, the Jaguar offensive line was not great last year, but it wasn't horrible. It wasn't a sieve. Trevor Lawrence we didn't lead the league in sacks. We weren't anywhere close to leading the league in sacks. So, and I have some good players. So why am I going to get rid of a good player and replace him with what I hope will be a great player. So give me another ass-kicking defensive end, and we'll go from there.
All right, point goes to Dan again. I believe that our offensive line was butt cheeks.
Yes,
Or
sir.
not our offensive line, our defensive line was butt cheeks. The offensive line was okay. Point to Dan.
A lot of butt cheeks.
Yes.
Round
Yes.
3.
Really, butt cheeks everywhere. guys.
Yes.
Cheeks. So many cheeks. Round 3. Taking a quick glance. This is our last E.T.N. before.
This dude doesn't know my name.
What?
Well, no one
Yes, he
really
does.
does.
Josh, what's my name?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Got to make sure.
Egg on the
Make sure it was
face.
in the
Wait.
vocabulary.
What's happening
tough.
here?
That's
What's
tough.
going on?
It's our
Double
last.
checking. Making sure.
It's our last ETN before the
Yes,
Super
it
Bowl.
is. It's the last question before ETN is
Potentially
over.
also. Rooms
hope
are out. I'm going to kind of heat check for you guys. I'm looking at the line right now.
By the way, no one wants to get rid of Cam Robinson in this equation. That wouldn't be how that works.
No.
It wouldn't if they do draft tackle. I think it'd be both. Anyway,
Strictly from a, and maybe
back.
I shouldn't ask this of Dan after the way the 5-pack went, but strictly from a capping perspective,
Yes.
what would you feel better about?
Debated question.
The Rams minus 4.5 or the Bengals getting those points?
I'm taking the points. Give me the points and the Bengals. That's what I'm doing. I like Joe Burrow. I like this can-do attitude. The last time I saw the Rams in the Super Bowl, they scored 3 points. I'm gonna take go play for the upset and go with a big chunk of points, because if the Rams win, I think it's gonna be a close game. I do, and they deserve to be favored. But I see like a 31-28 game. You can be 4.5. I'm taking it, baby.
Man, I'm going to lay those points and just go stand at the betting window until the game goes final and collect all my money, because the Rams' defensive line is going to kill poor Smoking Joe Cool. Smoking Joe Cool is going to get absolutely trashed by Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and now when he lets it go, I don't know who the Chiefs cornerbacks are, but the Rams have one named, Jalen. And so I think the Rams win this game easily. I think they're much better than the Bengals. It's been a great run for Cincinnati and for Joe Burrow, but man, year 2, Joe Burrow's going to do things that Patrick Mahomes and all these other cats that have Peyton Mannings have never done. I don't believe it that strong. I'll like 4.5, a touchdown at least.
Great point, Jeff. Jeff gets the point.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Josh.
Round 3.
So I won't go home empty.
Round 4.
A lot of buttons in here.
At least
a lot
I'll
of
get
buttons.
one. At least I'll get one.
Uh,
What was all that in
I
there?
don't like what's going on
What
here.
were you doing?
I hit the wrong button.
Uh-oh.
I'm drunk. I
Man.
don't know if you know this. I've been drinking all
I was
morning.
like, ding, 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 ding. I thought we were getting to Christmas again.
Fries are done. Round 4.
Titans had 9 sacks at Joe Burrow.
I know.
Still won.
That's it. It's all-
I think the Rams are a little better.
It's
than the
true.
Titans.
21-3 against the Chiefs. Still won.
Round
Well,
4.
would you like to do a dime bet on the game at 4.5?
You want to?
Probably not. Do you?
I'd do it if you want.
Yeah, we'll see. Think about it as we get towards.
You
the
brought
Super
it up.
Sunday. Yeah, I know. I was asking more. How strongly do you feel? Or are we just continuing the ETN argument?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I like the 4.5. I think it's going to be a close game.
All right.
Round 4. Keep it
Rather
going.
than dime, we should probably just put money on it then.
A real dime.
Yeah. Ooh, you're a degenerate that way.
Do you know what Thursday is?
Yeah, I do. It's the night that the NFL honors.
That's true.
Gives away out their awards, and it also, it's the night that Tony Baselli hopefully gets great news.
The night the lights went out in Georgia. Thursday is the NBA trade deadline, guys.
Oh, wow.
And
Lost in the
there's
shadows.
There's certainly one big name that's being discussed, and that would be the bearded one, James Harden, who's being discussed between the 76ers, who really, really want to add James Harden to their mix, and the Nets, who to this point have been very standoffish and refusing to discuss trade with the Sixers. But the Nets, they still don't have Kyrie Irving for home games and sit at 7. So you think there's any kind of chance that James Harden gets shipped off by Thursday's trade deadline?
Well,
I shipped my pants.
Thank you.
I was kind of naughty. Listen,
More butt
Steve
cheeks.
Nash has already said we're not trading James Harden. I know he didn't have the ultimate decision. Why in the world would a team desperate to win a championship switch out James Harden for Ben Simmons? Who in their right mind, especially after not playing all year, wants to go into a key moment of a key game at the most important time of the year and turn to a guy who literally passed up a dunk and cost the Sixers a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals last year? So, I mean, that's just a strange story to me. I mean, if they were going to deal James Harden, it can't be for Ben Simmons. What I want him for? And if I'm the Nets, look, between Kyrie's, absences for various reasons, between KD's injuries, between the three of them aging, you got to win now this year, and their best chance to win now this year is to keep Harden and just hope everybody is healthy and can play.
Well, look, James Harden can dictate. He dictated his way right out of Houston. He doesn't want to be in New Jersey. He wants a lot of money. He's going to get a lot of money somewhere, and Daryl Morey loves him because he had him in Houston, and that's why all these trade rumors are there. You might say it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense, but nonetheless, James Harden to Philadelphia for Daryl Morey makes in the end is probably what's going to happen, for goodness sakes. And look, it hasn't meshed. The three of them aren't the best of friends. It's not, you got quirky Kyrie, you got petulant KD, and you got James selfish Harden. So it's a tough mix over there in Brooklyn right now. So you get Ben Simmons in and say, just play defense. We'll let KD and Kyrie do their thing, and we can still win. I'm sure that's what they're thinking.
Ben Simmons is equal to the Jaguars' defensive line, butt cheeks. Point Jeff.
Welcome to round 5.
That's happening.
And prepare to die.
Thought we were friends.
When we were drawing up E.T.N, I did not think the word butt cheeks would make this
I love
segment 8-9 times.
Numerous
but here
times. Yeah, over 4.5 at least. That's the spread.
I think it's a fair description.
The spread, get it?
It's incredible. Lastly, you guys mentioned the coaching carousel has stopped turning. The NFL head coaching positions are all filled now, and according to at least one grade, the Jaguars, along with the Giants, made the best hire of the coaching carousel. CBS Sports gave the Jaguars and Giants both A- grades for their hirings of Peterson and Daboll. So I ask you, I know you're slightly biased, but did the Jags somehow, in a roundabout and backwards way, make the best hire of the carousel?
Well, listen, we've been talking about this now since it happened. And I played the due theory, and we were due for one. And Doug Peterson wasn't Shad's first choice, apparently, just by kind of reading between the tea leaves, and that's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing, So in the end, after all the smoke clears, and again, caveat, restructure the front office, but in the end, to see Doug Peterson up there Saturday provides this franchise a rudderless ship with a rudder, with credibility and stability. So I think it was a home run hire. I think Doug Peterson's going to do a great job. I think in the end, a lot of people wanted a guy who had the head coaching experience to come in here and at least get this thing on the right track.
Well, the day after they fired Urban Meyer, I wanted him to get Doug Peterson, so I would obviously give it an A. I think the Jaguars got the best of the candidates. That doesn't mean the other candidates they interviewed and one that they favored wouldn't have also been a great choice. As I look at those grades, what really jumps out to me with a bunch of teams that got assigned a C-, a C+, a B, is Byron Leftwich should have been hired in this go-around. I mean, if Byron Leftwich had been graded, he would have gotten an A-, B+ from a lot of different places. And I bring that only up because apparently the Jags, either one of the hires they would have made, as long as it took, would have been graded pretty highly.
All right. Point Dan. I like the rudderless ship.
Yeah, Josh.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what they say about rudders, Dan? They're like butt
Woo!
cheeks.
No, they don't
That's
say,
what I'm talking
They don't
about.
say that at all.
That's what they say.
Josh, you have a great day. Listen, you
The butt cheeks of the sea.
Listen to my man.
Rudders.
You get smarter by the next time you judge for
Let's
us.
fireball it
That's
up,
the only
Josh.
thing I ask.
You're
right?
the best, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Josh, you're a winner.
Dan says checks in the mail.
You and me are winners, Josh.
Put you on hold. Beef's going to get your
Beef, you want
information.
some fireball?
Absolutely.
He's going to ask for that
Frost, you want
3-digit
some
code.
Fireball?
Take the fireball, shake up the bottle, and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Between his butt cheeks?
Somewhere like that.
Wow. Hurtful.
Butthole.